Guys, I never thought I'd see this, man. You're hearing from controversial ENT. Listen, listen, listen. Look, I was asking myself, why is AJ confident about the fact that he's going to wipe the floor with Pulev? Because let's be honest, I don't sense the fear of danger in AJ when he's fighting Pulev. So I thought to myself, why is he so confident about the fact that Pulev's going to be someone he's going to make an example of? I thought, I need to know. So I thought, let me pull up, what's his name? Let me pull up Pulev's CV. My God. Have you guys taken a look at Pulev CV? I thought Tyson Fury had an awful CV. And he does. Tyson's CV is full of cab drivers apart from 2 fights. The Derek Chisora fights ain't good fights, guys. It's when Derek was, you know what? I don't want to say the word, but somewhat of a journeyman back then. I turn up when I want. I don't when I don't feel like it. Those fights, I don't rate those fights. And someone said to me in the comment section, and you know who you are, someone said to me, oh, the fight he had against the cruiserweight that dropped him. Name's gone out of my head for the minute. Are you kidding me? I'm supposed to call that a good fight? A cruiserweight dropping someone like Tyson Fury, someone that's almost 7 foot? Right, it's not about Tyson. Tyson, I'm sorry, it's not about you right now, right? I know I spoke about you in that previous video, yeah? If you haven't seen it, go see it. Tyson Fury CV, a laughing stock, yeah? It's my most viewed one at the moment. But Pulev CV? Jesus Christ. Guys, let's look at this. In his career, now Pulev's about to hang him up soon. He's been in boxing long enough. In Pulev's career, his best fights are these. And I don't consider these very good fights at all. I don't think he has a good fight on his CV. For me, his CV's worse than Fury's. Derek Chisora. Hold on a minute. I don't even know who actually won that fight. I think Chisora lost to Pulev. I remember that. Chisora lost to Pulev. It was a disgusting fight. I told you, Chisora's one day I turn up, one day I don't. He's not someone that's reliable like that. Once upon a time, Chisora's once upon a time, Chisora was somewhat of a journeyman back then. Look. Right. I'm going to really break it down to you lot. Pulev CV is beyond jokes. Now it makes sense why Joshua's so confident. I don't blame Joshua. Look at this. Pulev's best fights or his best wins have come against these guys, yeah? He won against Derek Chisora, yeah? Split decision. This is when? 2016. He won against Hughie Fury, unanimous decision. When? 2018. Hughie Fury is not an elite fighter. Derek Chisora is not an elite fighter. He won against Alexander Ustinov. Yeah? This is back in 2012. That was a KO. He won against Samuel Peters. Samuel Peters, guys. That's back in 2016. He won again. By the way, that fight against Samuel Peters, Peters was 40 years plus. Come on, Pulev, man. Then he fought Tony Thompson. He got a unanimous decision against a 30 years plus Tony Thompson back in 2013. And then he fights another journeyman in Kevin Johnson. No disrespect to you, Kevin Johnson, but in boxing, you haven't achieved anything significant, really and truly, I don't believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. You fought Kevin Johnson. When did he fight Kevin Johnson? Let me pull up that. He fought Kevin Johnson 2017. A 30 years plus Kevin Johnson. Unanimous decision. Listen, I don't know if Pulev's got it in him to even try not to even knock Joshua out. But I mean, okay, Joshua's not the most durable fighter. If you hit Joshua hard enough, you will take him out. Make no mistake about that. He hasn't got the best chin in the world. I'm not saying he's Amir Khan, But he hasn't got the best shin in the world. No disrespect to you, Amir Khan. I'm simply using you as a reference because that's what you're known as in the boxing world. No disrespect. But boy, this is a... How many 30 plus is he going to fight? 40 years old, 30 years old, 30 years old. Come on, bruv. Pulev, you're... Listen, I don't mean to be rude, but you know what Pulev is mostly known for in boxing? Do you guys know what... He's ranked as a what? 4.5-star fighter. His name is out there. It's not like it's a name that you just... He's a credible name, the Bulgarian fighter. Kubrat Pulev, but he's mainly known for, in my opinion, kissing that reporter, and he got in hot water for it. That's what he's known for in his, lately. So I don't blame Joshua why Joshua doesn't feel any sort of threat from this guy. Let's be real. I see Pulev getting ran over by Anthony Joshua. Now, Pulev's record is 28-1. So he's got a decent record with 14 KOs. I'm not saying Pulev can't potentially be a banana skin. I'm not saying that at all. I'm strictly speaking about the guy's CV. It's a joke. Now, you know me on this channel. If you have a weak CV, I will rip you apart on that. Because you cannot be in boxing for as long as these guys have been professionals. Let me tell you when Pulev became a professional. Pulev became a professional in 2009. September 19th against a Florian Bench, a German fighter, I think. I don't know, was Bench a German fighter? I don't know where he was from. I can find out. He's a Romanian fighter. Till date, I mean, he's not active anymore, but this guy's record, 5 wins, 5 losses. 2 losses come by knockout, 2 of his wins come by knockout. I mean, come on. Since then, this guy hasn't got an elite fighter in his record. Don't misunderstand me. He fought Vladimir Klitschko. That is an elite fighter. He didn't win that fight. He lost by KO, by the way, in case you lot didn't know. Vladimir knocked him out. I don't remember the round, but I know he was knocked out. I saw the knockout. This is back in 2014, November time. Pulev, listen, all the best to you, mate. You beat Anthony Joshua, the world's your oyster. But do I see that happening? Nah, not really. Joshua, fight smart, it shouldn't be a problem. Take risk. Oh boy. Pulev comes in at 6'4.5". Anthony Joshua comes in at about, I think Joshua comes in about 6'6", 6'7", if I'm not mistaken. Let me be sure about that. They've got Vladimir Klitschko's height as 6'6". And for me, Klitschko and Joshua were similar height. Yeah, 6'6". So Joshua's got the, we all knew that. Joshua's got the height advantage. But let's see what happens in the fight. Pulev, your CV's a joke. It's shameful that you've been in boxing that long and you've got that type of CV. By the way, let me just tell you this, right? Because Pulev, like I said, he's been a professional since 2009. When did he have his only elite level fight? 2014. 5 years after he became a pro. And that's your only fight that you've had that's been elite level. What the hell have you been doing since then, Pulev? Fighting tomato cans? Now, I gotta say this. Since Klitschko, he's been on a winning streak. Yeah, he's had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's had about 8 wins straight. And one good thing about Pulev that I have to give him credit for, he fights every year. That's very good. He's an active fighter. He fights on average twice a year. He's a very active fighter. But your CV's full of... You don't have to... Your CV's not impressive, Pulev. It's not impressive at all. And that's all I got to say on that, man. No point lingering anymore on this. I think I've said it all. All right, guys. It'll be interesting to see what happens in this fight. I'm not overly intrigued by this fight, but it'll be good to see AJ back in the ring. Roll for Traversal, ENT here signing out, guys.